Wait, Netflix just paid a man how much to sit inside a billboard for 3 days straight? The man is Nathan Shoop. Not only is he a legitimate actor, he's a successful director as well. Netflix reportedly paid the man $75,000 to sit inside a makeshift room in a billboard in West Hollywood, Los Angeles. This stunt not only triggered a helicopter and the news, the Citizen Safety app pushed a notification about a man stuck in a billboard. One thing no one told you was that the actor took actual frequent food and toilet breaks. He wasn't in there for 3 days straight. During that time in which he did take the breaks, an illusion was placed inside the billboard. But the heartbreaking thing is, all this effort was put into a movie which was rated 27% on Rotten Tomatoes. One of the worst ratings Netflix has ever gotten on a movie. But the weird thing is it's still shot to #1 in 89 countries. Does that all come down to this one billboard stunt? I mean, how did such a poorly rated show hit such a high viewership count? Sit down, let's talk about this. This is very intriguing. Let's talk about this. See, the thing is, Netflix never really does promotional stunts. They just let their algorithm do the selling itself. But this time, they were desperate. Netflix was desperate for a hit. This is because the value of their shares dropped by 8 to 10% right after July 2026's earnings because of weak Q3 guidance. And their viewership was at a low as well. I mean, their last big comedy, Kevin Hart's 72 Hours, hit half the views of its previous predecessor in 2022. And the reason they needed a hit was because, understand this, in core areas in the United States, everyone already is a Netflix subscriber. They do not need to focus on adding more subscribers. They need to focus on retaining the subscribers, which is why they needed a hit. They were in a go big or go home position. They needed something that would break into the noise of social media and put the internet's limelight on themselves. Then they have an idea. They remember something. See, back in 2018, Netflix spent $150 million to permanently buy out 35 billboards on Sunset Strip. They had all these plots for massive exposure and a vice president of marketing who was apparently very influenced by Red Bull. So they gave birth to what is now known as the Netflix billboard stunt, which pushed one of their worst movies to being one of their most viewed movies. But what can we learn from this in business? Well, listen, regardless of whether or not you have the best or the worst, the only time you sell is when you, 1, gather a crowd, and 2, solve their deep internal desires and problems. Netflix hit the first virality factor with the billboard stunt. They hit the second, problem solving factor by giving their binge watchers something exciting, something new to watch. Binge watch. And the way to implement this whole approach into your brand is done through the value-based approach. See, the value-based approach is not just a campaign angle, it's a complete customer lifetime journey, which starts by first solving the viewers' genuine internal problems for free in order to build trust. Then it leverages that trust to convert effortlessly. This crushes your CPAs because, trust is already built beforehand. There is no friction and it shoots your ROIs past the moon. Once again, because the CPAs are very low and trust is already built. And not only that, because we're building trust, this builds a very family-like customer to brand connection. If you want to see how it would look like in action for your very brand, DM me or email me the words value-based approach, and I'll break the whole approach down for your very brand in a short custom video. Subscribe, watch this video next. I love you very, very much. We'll talk next Saturday. Thank you.